lives in the unseen zones, not seen in between those without flesh or bone. Roam in the void, they avoid all detection. Interdimensional beings all connected. Angels and demons from spiritual realms.
Yes, peoples. Wagwan. I subscribe all that nonsense, like whatever. Boom, hit up the bell. So this video is about Ebanie Bridges and women in general. Now, everyone knows Ebanie Bridges fought for the world title after 6 fights against Shannon Company, who's rubbish. You know, the stupid thing is, like, these people can say, "Oh, I'm world title challenger, I'm a world champion," and I mean, you get a guy in the amateur boxing gym, right? A male who's like 2 weights below. They just walk through these clowns. Yet, these people can pretend they are world champion. I mean, what I would say is, if you've got a daughter, she's like 16 and whatnot, just say, get into boxing game, because in like 4 years you'll probably win an Olympic gold medal, right? And then 2 years in the program you'll win a professional world title. It's nonsense. They're pushing this as part of the woke agenda, obviously, but it's so fraudulent. I mean, come on, anyone with an ounce of knowledge knows these people are rubbish. So Ebanie Bridges, she's like 36. She's allegedly a teacher in Australia. She's got all these like awful tattoos all over her leg and her body and all that. And she's got these like tree moles on her face. It looks like she has glued, some chocolate M&Ms to her face. Yeah, she's not bad looking, but she's, you wouldn't die for a woman like that, right? Also, she's 36, so how many eggs are left in the box at the age of 36? Her fertility is down. Yeah, she wants to hurry up and get that sperm inside her and have some kids if she's interested. But anyway, this is not important. I mean, I don't find Ebanie Bridges sexy. I think she's gross. Stupid tattoos. And you got a man like Eddie Hearns and all the all the build up and the weigh-ins. He pretends to look away. That's just shtick. They don't pay these women much either, and they shouldn't, because they don't bring in much business. But obviously, Hearns can say, "Oh yeah, we got like 4 world title fights, and like 3 of them are like bitch title fights," and we have to, us real boxing fans have to put up with this low quality nonsense. But you know what really bugs me about Ebanie Bridges? I look at her, she's trying to be all sexy. Oh, I'm so sexy, I wear my underwear to my weigh-ins. Oh, I'm so good. I got my fake, boobies, and I mean, fake boobies are whack anyway, yeah? So once, I've had a few girls that I got busy with, and I was touching them up, and they're like, some of them are like hard as nails. I don't want to be with that kind of thing, The great thing about women's boobs is they're soft, yeah? They're warm, they have a certain shape. But fake boobies are like solid, pointy. I mean, not even pointy, they're like, they don't look real. You touch them and it's like holding a stone, as opposed to holding some softness. And every time, like when I was young, I get quite intimidated by hot women. Obviously, I don't include Ebanie Bridges in that, but I was kind of obviously you intimidate women. They look beautiful, They swagger around, they wiggle their ass when they're walking away from you. And when you're young, you don't know how to deal with that stuff. Your mind's going crazy, and you're just like, look, I just want to treat her good. I just want to treat her good. I want to take her out for a coffee, and maybe we can kiss. Not all men are sick. Well, obviously, because of what's called the pornography and stuff, and mainstream media and Hollywood films and Beyonce nonsense and all these kind of skags, these skits, these sluts. The women have been ruined. But regardless of that, like I used to be, obviously a bit intimidated when I was young. Talk to a really pretty woman because just like, oh no, what happens if she rejects me? What happens? Bloody blah. I mean, I imagine with women like Ebanie Bridges, any people that feel like that are simps, pussyos, zeta males, intimidated by her. But, I would, if I see her in the club and whatnot, I'm not like this anyway because I don't believe in this kind of sickness. But, I'd stride up to her. Swagger to her, and look her in the eye with a look of disgust and disrespect and contempt. And I think, look at you, Yeah, you give it the big one, okay? You give it the big one. You think that all the men here want to get busy with you, But I have a different approach, I look at her and I think, look at state you, man, You know why? Because you think, well, you got your pum-pum, you got your pum-pum, and what happens? 1 inch away, and in some girls it's like only half an inch away, You got your batty hole, which stings, right? And so you look at a woman and going like, don't give it the big one, You got your pum-pum, and you think it's all that, even though it looks like a pig carcass that has been attacked with an axe, right? They're not, you get the neat ones, but you also get the ugly ones that look like Arby's beef steak sandwich, and you're like, why are you giving it the big one when you got this ting in your legs? Yeah, it feels good. And it looks like an Arby's roast beef sandwich. And worse than that, less than an inch away from the Arby's roast steak sandwich is the batty hole, we chav, stings, especially if you've been like raving all night, I mean, how can you respect a creature like this, which has a batty hole that is 1 inch or less, maybe half an inch away from the pum-pum? It's like you built a temple, You built a temple, and then you think, you know what? Half an inch away, 1 inch away, I will build a sewer. Why would you do that? I can't respect these kind of creatures because I just look at them and I think, you're giving it the big one. You think you're all that, But your batty hole is 1 inch, maybe half an inch, maybe less, away from your pum-pum. That is a severe, design feature. That is a bad design feature, I mean, how can I respect a creature like this that swaggers around with the pum-pum, posse, and just like, get them women that like stick it out, they stick their hips out. Oh yeah, here's my pum-pum. And then I look at women like that, I'm just like, I'm not impressed, that don't impress me much, you stick your pum-pum out at me like it's all that. But I know the reality of the design situation, and that's that your batty hole is half an inch away, and it stings. I can't respect nobody like that, So next time you see a woman, and you're thinking, she's all that, she's a bit intimidating, I don't want to speak to her, she's a bit arrogant, she's cocky, she thinks she's like the best thing since sliced sourdough bread. Don't think that way. Look at her. Look at you creature. You're a badly designed creature, Your punani is less than an inch away from your stinking batty hole, right? And before you know it, well, you might be discussing, oh, fuck it, I ain't talking to her no more, knowing that her punani is so close to her batty hole. But you might also think, well, so I'm not going to be intimidated by you giving the big one when I know that your pink is less than an inch away from your stink. And that's what I think when I see Ebanie Bridges.